My friends used to call me Raj from the Big Bang Theory. Every single time back in high school, whenever we're like in a big group and like girls were to come around just talking like during lunchtime, my friends would be like, "Oh, Raj, Raj, Raj." Raj was the type of guy who'd always go on mute when girls would be around or in the environment. That was me. I used to be super awkward, used to constantly feel like so insecure and honestly, just scared of girls. I always thought I was born like this. I thought there was nothing I could do about it. There's nothing I can do to improve until I found self improvement. The younger version of me lacked like so much education of what to do, what not to do, what's wrong, what's right, with everything just about girls. I was so nervous. I put them on a pedestal. I put them on a pedestal, and I just didn't really have like the self confidence within myself. Fast forward now to 2024. I'm not going to say I'm an expert with girls or this or that. I'm just happy and confident with the progress I've made compared to like the younger version of me who honestly couldn't even look a girl in the eyes, let alone talk to one. In this video, I'm going to share with you the lessons and learnings, what really helped me to fix this situation, and I hope it can motivate and inspire you to take action. First off, why should you listen to me? Well, my name is Adrian. I've been training in the gym for 6+ years. I've experienced what it's like to feel extremely awkward around girls and almost like put them on like a pedestal. It feels purposeful for me to help others strive for improvement in all areas of self-development. Finally, I'm proud of the progress I've made in my journey and feel like sharing it with you will only help accelerate your very own progress. Quick plug, I'm currently doing one-on-one coaching calls. These calls are designed to help young men improve their confidence through tailored self-improvement strategies, specifically focuses on identifying your current challenges, setting actionable goals, and providing practical advice to boost your self-confidence. The link's in the description for those of you who are interested. And finally, make sure to subscribe to this channel to get these like full-length educational guides more often on your homepage, instead of the shitty clickbait entertainment videos which you cope and watch every single night, which always make you feel like, why'd I waste my time watching that? Subscribe to this channel, just purely educational content. My promise to you is that at the end of this video, you will not only learn what drastically helped me become like more comfortable around girls, but you'll feel more motivated to take action and become equipped with the education needed to implement these learnings in your own life. So let's get started. The parts of this video include 1. Stop coping. 2. Have a mission/purpose. 3. Be around girls more. 4. Find guys that are good with girls. 5. Mentally reframe nervousness for excitement. And 6. Drastically improve yourself. Number 1. Stop coping. Stop saying you don't care about girls, because this is the harsh truth, and this is something I would say every single day. I would always say, like here, the younger version of me, before me and my friends, we'd have like prees. Prees is like where you pretty much drink, you like meet up with your friends here in Australia, you meet up with your friends and you're drinking before you go to the party. So kind of get that like boosted confidence. So the younger me would always like at prees would always get excited, drink a bunch of alcoholic beverages, and yeah, the vibes were mad. Like I was excited. I'm like, yeah, tonight's going to be the night I can start talking to girls finally. I was like 17, 18 here at the time. And once the moment would come, once I'd arrive at the party, guess what? I'd cope. I'd start saying like, ah, I don't really care about girls. I don't care much. I'm a Sigma. I don't have to talk to girls. I was scared. I would cope and say, I don't care. But then the same night, I'd go home and I'd indulge in a bad habit. I'd fap. I was a pussy. So most young guys are in this cycle of, and don't get heated, don't get angry. I'm literally trying to help you. Like, this is a problem I face. Most people are stuck in this cycle of saying they don't care much like about girls, saying they're grinding, saying they're working hard. Like, yeah, by all means, do your healthy habits. I'm not saying never skip gym, whatever, to go see girls. Like, okay, do your stuff. Like, I understand you want to grind, you want to improve. Like, that's the right thing to do, okay? But a lot of young guys make the same mistake I made. They say they don't care, but then the same day/night, they'll go home and fap. When you fap often, what do you think this is doing for you? It's scratching that itch. It's fulfilling that desire. It's making you, it's giving you the the fake source of what you actually want. It's increasing feelings of guilt, shame, regret. It's making you feel like, oh yeah, I don't care about that, but I'm gonna do this instead because it's easier. It's accessible 24/7. I can do it whenever and wherever. There's artificial fake sources of everything, and we all have the same desires. We're all human. And I feel like the main reason why you struggle, the main reason why you like keep feeling awkward, and the main reason why younger Adrian kept feeling awkward was one, I couldn't identify what I actually wanted. Like, yes, I wanted girls, but I wouldn't say that. I would cope and say, nah, I don't. And then I'd just do the easy option instead. I'd go home, I'd fap. And that was just killing my self confidence. It was ruining and deteriorating my self image. It was something I needed to fix. And this is the first step. If you feel like you're on level one right now, like you're a bit of a noob, like let's be honest, you're autistic, like I once was. Stop fapping. Become aware of what you want. Please stop fapping. It's killing your mental health. Oh, but it helps me relax. No, it doesn't. Your dopamine levels go through the roof. It, frankly, it fries your brain and it just does not make you feel good about yourself at all. Like, seriously, you're going to do this every single day, 365 times a year. You're going to experience these feelings that often. Fix your self image and stop coping. That's the first step. Number two, have a mission/purpose. I would always put girls, women on a pedestal. I'd think they were better than me. And I'm not saying they're not better. I'm not saying they're not this or that. This would just kind of decrease my self-worth. It'd make me feel like a whole lot more nervous, like when I was to have like a situation or an encounter with one. The less you start to have a mission, the less you start to value your time. It's almost like you're constantly on the search for something external. I don't really like saying the word, but like, yeah, you're maybe like a little bit insecure because deep down you don't really like value who you are. And that's something I struggled with. Like, I would constantly drink a bunch of alcohol because I didn't like who I was. And I felt like I needed to get this fake confidence to do like this hard task, like speak to a girl. And that just led down a very, very bad road. Like, it's not the right option. You can't drink alcohol consistently, can you? To just keep talking to a girl. What? Maybe at parties, yeah, but like in normal situations, at work, shopping centers, the gym, can you always rely on something externally? Not really. So the more I started to realize this, the more I started to value my own time and kind of like make progress, like to become better. To say to younger Adrian, okay, enough's enough. I'm going to start doing what's right because I know in the long run, that future version of me, he's probably going to have a whole lot more self confidence within himself. He's probably going to be more likely to do what's hard if I can start to make progress towards a goal that like truly fulfills me. Not like these goals which don't even feel purposeful to you, like most likely your 9 to 5 job. Like, oh, I want to make progress in my job, and if it doesn't even fulfill you, you're not going to improve that much. Whereas when you start to learn skills, whereas when you start to, I guess, do what's hard in the moment, but in which promotes the future you, over time, it's almost like you used to put them on a pedestal. It's almost like the thing, it will become level, but then if you can really take shit to the next level, you'll start to just honestly not care. You'll look back and be like, why did I used to feel so nervous? Why did I used to be Raj? It's a true story. I swear to God. My friends used to call me Raj from Big Bang Theory, if you understand that reference. Because I look back now and I'm like a whole lot more self aware of like why I was nervous. It's like I have all the answers to your problem. You have to stop coping and stop fapping because that's giving you the fake source of what you actually want. Second, the more you can start to have a mission, the more you can start to make progress towards something greater than yourself and start like physically seeing progress, mentally, spiritually, everything. When you can see pictures that you've went from this to this, like actual evidence, what do you think is going to happen with your self thoughts, your confidence? I sound stupid saying this, but like, yeah, when you start to make progress, confidence just increases. Negative feelings start to decrease. I'm not saying you'll never ever be nervous again. Like, don't get me wrong. I still get pretty nervous around girls. I'm human. I'm not a superhuman. I can't just cold approach everyone. So I'm not on like that level. But there's improvement, and that's all you should really care about. The more you can improve, the happier you will be. You don't have to be perfect. I'm not perfect. Just it's the fact if you're making progress or not is like the main most important thing to take away here. Number 3, be around girls more. You having this mindset of, oh, I'm a Sigma, kind of isn't resolving anything. Like, don't get me wrong. You're working out, it's good. It's good. You're improving your physique. Like, you're doing the right things. You're eating healthy. You're reading. I've got everything here. You're journaling. Like, you're doing all the right habits, which is great. Like, that's great. But I made the mistake of only doing the habits and like, yeah, they required discipline at first, but then I almost found them comforting. It's almost like I got addicted to just doing all the right things and staying in my own little dome and not going outside of that. I was saying, oh, I'm a Sigma, I'm grinding, but in reality, I couldn't talk to a girl because I wasn't around them. I wasn't around them, bro. If you're not around someone or something, you're probably going to be a whole lot less you're probably going to be a whole lot more like less confident around it, around them or whatever it is, like a girl, whatever, like a boss, whoever, I don't know. The more you're around someone or something, the more confident you start to become. So by me constantly locking myself in my room and grinding to say, yeah, I may have been making progress in like some areas of life, but the main area, which like deep down, I honestly cared a lot about like at the time and still to this day, I wasn't really making much progress with it. Like, yeah, I was probably watching a bunch of videos like this, say this to girls, text them this, do this. But like, that's coping. Like, seriously, that's coping. And I'm not saying this video isn't valuable. Like, my stuff is pretty educational. But like the old videos and stuff you probably used to watch and I used to watch, they didn't help me. But I became addicted to watching more and more because it's almost like it was mentally masturbating me. Like, oh, I feel like I'm getting better now. But I'm not going to go talk to one yet because I need to watch more videos. That's like the loophole I was in. It wasn't until I started to learn that the more I can actually be around them, like in environments where they are, I'm probably going to improve. So, what are environments that helped me? Uni. I'm in my last year of uni. I'm currently studying like health science / nutrition. It's going pretty good. I don't go as often as I used to because I'm more focused on making content now. I only go like when I really have to go to class. I skip a lot of classes, I'm going to be honest. But when I used to, like my first, second, third year, I used to go like nearly every class. And that is a situation. That is an environment where, yeah, there were lots of like girls in my class. And slowly but surely, I started to become more comfortable because I'm around them more. Same thing with the gym. Also clubbing, but it's a bit DJing. Like obviously, yeah, clubbing is probably the best environment to improve your confidence, like in the short term. Like let's be real, they're low quality. And you're probably saying to yourself, oh, but I still don't talk to them. I'm in the environments, but I don't talk to them. Trust me, even if you don't talk to them, it's still progress. 16-year-old Adrian, like the worst version of myself possible when I like started my journey of trying to build muscle, trying to attract girls. What do you think I was doing when I first went to the gym? Do you really think I was cold approaching, doing all this scary, hard stuff? No. But I was forcing myself to go on and in I was forcing myself to go in an environment in which scared me. Like, let's be real, we're all kind of scared of the gym the first time you go. Am I doing this right? How do I look? Oh, I'm so skinny. Is everyone looking at me? It's progress. So I'm kind of thankful for the younger version of myself that I forced myself to go in the gym. I forced myself to go to these uni classes because they're just environments where you're probably going to be more likely to see and interact with girls. Okay? Like a whole lot more better than you saying to yourself, I'm a Sigma. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go out with my friends. I'm not going to go to this party. I'm not going to go to this event. I'm just going to stay home and grind. You don't want to have that mindset. That's coping as well. I was speaking a bit about coping at the start. This is also coping. The more disciplined thing for you to do would be to go, if you really want to make progress with speaking to girls, attracting girls, going on dates more often, the more disciplined thing for you to do would be to actually like force yourself. Pretend there's a circle. You need to force yourself to break this barrier and go out of the circle. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You can't keep doing these same comforting self-improvement habits because they don't require that much discipline for you anymore. And if you want to keep growing as a person, if you want to keep improving your social skills, if you want to start to attract more girls, you have to be in environments where they are at. Like, believe it or not, yeah. You can text as much as you want. I used to text a lot. I used to be the guy who text, get left on red, double text, still get left on red. Oh, I text them a lot before school, and then when I go to school, I wouldn't even talk to them. I'm not saying texting is a waste of time. It's great, but the most bang for buck, where the most progress is made, you have to be in environments where they're at, like IRL. That's when you'll start to decrease the feelings of nervousness, start to become more comfortable and more happier with like who you are deep down. Number 4. Number 4. Find guys that are good with girls. Pretty simple. I used to always think that, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I used to get jealous. And I used to think that I don't want to hang out with the guys that are good with girls because they'll steal them more. They'll do this, whatever. As cringe as it sounds, you call it cringe, call it whatever you want. But I didn't want to hang out with guys that seemed like better than me because I was insecure because I didn't really like who I was. Sorry, one sec. As stupid as it, God damn it, bro. As stupid as it sounds, I was like so insecure. I would rather hang out with guys who were, I don't want to put shame on guys, but I'd rather hang out with guys who felt like they were below me than guys that were above me because I was insecure. But it turns out you really don't want to have that mindset. You really don't. Competition is a good thing, especially if you're like a masculine guy. When you're with guys who are better than you, now when I'm with guys who are maybe better than me at this, than this, because I'm not the best at everything. I'm constantly trying to learn and become better. There's guys who are good at their own things. It's a good thing. It's a good thing when a guy is maybe better than you with girls. Like, that's great because there's something to learn. If everyone was the same, if you were constantly hanging around people you're better than, are you ever really going to improve in what you want to improve at? It's like you're just repeating the same level of a video game. You have to hang around guys who are better than you at this, better than you at cold approaching, better than you at holding longer conversations, whatever. Find guys that are good with girls because you are a sum of the people you hang out with. You've probably heard that quote like a million times, which is, yeah, true. But it's true. Like, deep down, yeah, we all know this. You hang out with 5 losers, you're a loser yourself. You hang out with 5 other chads, guys that are like crazy good with girls, probably going to be a bit better with girls, right? Even if you're a bit autistic, there's progress to be made. Guys that you relate with. I feel like that's the most like important thing to take away here. Guys that you relate with and you share similar interests, and if they're better than you or not, that's where you develop the most like meaningful relationships. That's where your overall confidence will like kind of start to increase. I'm gonna be honest with you. You'll start to see what they do and almost like follow in their footsteps. Oh, this is how they do that. Oh, so that's what they say. Like, obviously, you don't have to copy them fully. We're all authentic in our own way. I'm not saying be a robot and copy everything I say. No. But realize, like, yeah, that will maybe help get your foot out the door. That will make you follow their lead, which I think is like the most important thing. When you find guys that are good with girls, even if it's just some of your close friends, if you go out together, you feel like you relate a lot with your friends. You just, it's more attractive being seen in like a, it's just more attractive seen in, it's just a whole lot more like attractive when you're in like a group with like friends and guys that you relate with. Girls see that and they're like, damn, he's got a good social life. I want to join that. I want to jump in. So I think this is a really important tip, and a tip which I used to not think about much. Like I said at the start, I was like super insecure, and when I started making progress in the gym, I always wanted to feel like I was the best. So I'd hang out with guys who seemed worse than me at this or that. Bad mindset to have. You want to find guys that are good with girls, and that's when like your progress will just like skyrocket, to be honest. It's ridiculous. 5. Mentally reframe nervousness for excitement. So, this is really like easier said than done, but listen up. If you can have the understanding that nervousness and excitement feel the same, your heart beats faster from both feeling nervous and both like feeling excited for something, your pupils dilate. Psychologically, yeah, you get like the same changes in your body. The only different thing is how you perceive it. And you can control that. You can control your mind, which I've spoken a lot about before, of like mental health and stuff. You can actually control how you perceive these emotions. Because let's be real, no matter what, we're still, as guys, especially if you're watching these videos, it's not like you can just eradicate and eliminate nervousness completely. The fact that I'm recording this video, it may seem like I never get nervous. No, it's not true. And it may seem like it may seem like I'm acting like I'm better than you or whatever. No. Bro, I still shit myself. I still get nervous to cold approach. It's just now I'm more aware and I say to myself, okay, nerves are a good thing. I'm going to start telling myself I'm excited. I'm going to stop thinking it's a bad thing to be nervous, because let's be real. Why do we all think being nervous is a bad thing? The fact that you're nervous means it's because something is like either valuable or like important. And going to talk to a girl is important. What's with this alpha mindset of thinking it's not important and thinking you're too cool? Bro, it's important to get that date with that girl. That's going to improve your social skills. That's going to make you become happier. Like, right? So, nervousness is a good thing. Stop thinking of it as a bad thing. Like, oh, I should never be nervous. I'm meant to be that alpha. I'm not meant to get nervous. I'm a loser. Why do I still get nervous? I still get nervous, man. It's not a bad thing, bro. Younger me would always think it's a bad thing. I'd get nervous and then I'd give up. I'd stop taking action. I'd go on one date, I'd fail, and I wouldn't take action for like another 6 months because feelings of nerves would get the best of me. Nerves are a good thing. And if you can be aware of this and say to yourself, okay, I'm nervous but excited at the same time. I'm going to do this anyways. That's when you'll see the most like rewards. That's when you'll feel most happiest. It's almost just like a self-awareness thing. And like, how do you improve your self-awareness? How do you just improve your self-awareness, self-image, confidence, education, etc.? You have to drastically improve yourself. You can't be the guy who's constantly fapping, constantly eating junk food, constantly playing video games, constantly drinking alcohol, and expect to kind of reprogram your mind. Because we're all pretty educated with self-improvement. We all understand, don't do the bad habits, do the good habits. We all get that. I'm not going to be that same like boring self-improvement guy saying, do no fap, do cold showers, do this, do that. We all know what to do, okay? But if you want to experience and like actually take action on what I've like just previously said, you have to do the work. You have to do the boring work. You have to wake up on time. You have to go to the gym. You can't be skipping sessions. You have to eat healthy. It's just a must. If you want to start getting more like positive thoughts within your brain, if you want to start recording videos, okay, do the work. Start reading books. Think faster, talk smarter so you can become more confident behind a camera. You have to do the work to succeed on what I say, to be successful on what I say. If you don't, if you listen to what I say, which is, yeah, it's educational, you may learn a thing or two, but you don't actually do like the prerequisites, let's call them. You don't go to the gym, you don't do the basics. Not much is going to change. Like, seriously, not much will change. When I was 16, before I started gym, this is when I started watching like videos on like how to talk to girls. You know, when you're like 16, how do you impress your crush, whatever, blah, blah, all these stupid videos. I'd watch those. Yeah, I may have learned a thing or two. Did I do anything with this valuable information? No, because I was still, this is when I was, how old, 2021? I was 19 here. I'm now 22. So honestly, like I started gym when I was 16, but I was inconsistent. So from 16, 19, 20, I was watching and consuming a bunch of content. So yeah, I was learning, but I was never like really, really doing the work. So this younger version of Adrian, he'd watch videos like this, and would he take action on it? Would he go try and cold approach a girl? Would he ever organize a date? No. Would he put himself in environments where he'd be more likely to see and interact with a girl? No. It wasn't until I started to become a man of my word, I started to do what I say I do, become more like deep down, more authentic with myself. I'm not going to fap. I'm not going to eat junk food. I'm going to the gym and actually do it instead of, oh, I'll go to the gym tomorrow. Tomorrow rolls around. Oh, I'm busy. I'll go the next day. I'll just play video games tonight. I might just have a fap tonight because it feels really good now, man. Like it feels super, super good. But all it's doing is just stealing happiness, stealing confidence, stealing masculinity off of the future version of Adrian. Do the work because that's when you'll not think twice and not watch videos like this ever again. I don't want you to have to rely on these videos to start improving yourself and to start like taking action. I want you to watch these videos, learn a thing or two, and then act. So you don't have to like be stuck in like the same loophole I was in. I was so stuck in this self-improvement cycle of consuming, and never taking action. Like, yeah, you can say, oh, it was worth it because I'm the man I am today, which is, yeah, it's true. I got here anyways, right? At least I'm recording videos now. Better late than never. But we all want what's quickest. The reason why you clicked on this video is because you want a quick fix. You want to solve your problem with like being awkward around girls. You want it now. You want it now. That's why you clicked on this video. If you didn't want it now, you'd watch this video a week from now or later. But you prioritize this video over another video because you want this now. And I want to help you get it now. So do the work. Do what has to be done. Become a better version of yourself, like drastically. And then take action on the steps. Put yourself out there, man. Put yourself out there. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Like, seriously. Knock on wood. No, you're not going to die. You might have an awkward conversation. Okay, that's fine. I've had like millions of awkward conversations. I've been left on red millions of times. I've had tons of like failed first dates. Like, bro, 6 of them just haven't gone well. I've had tons of first dates where I've never gotten text back. It happens, but that's a good thing because now you've got the data. Now you know what has to be improved. You acted. Now you can assess and then you can adjust. Follow the blueprint. I hope this advice was valuable and that it motivates and gives you the education you need to stop feeling nervous around girls. Leave a comment about what has really helped you down below. Like and subscribe for more videos about self-improvement, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah!